Not here for today. Um, yeah. So the 1v1 happened, and I would like to congratulate for winning the 1v1 8-7. That's how I want to start this video off. Would like to say that it was a hard fought win, and yeah, it was a hard fought win. It went the distance, 8-7. Congratulations. But however, I can't help but to think that this 1v1 was suspicious in a way. And the thing I've been trying to think about as of thinking about this video is how do I sound, how do I sound when I'm saying this? Because the last 1v1, which was like the last video I made, like it was stressful. It was really, really stressful. And for some reason, I can't help but think that it is suspicious. Like, it's just fishy. It was very fishy to me. And because we've done this 1v1 before with like Ohm in Miami. Like, we've done this 1v1 before, and Harji was the ref. And nobody complained whatsoever, right? But when it was me that was the ref, I somehow was like bombarded by like 5 other people about racing. I mean, about the games played and the races. Like, I had to prove to myself, I had to prove to people, like, yo, this is the score, this is what's happening. But with Harju, it was like, oh, this was the score, 11-5. Like, that's it. Like, it was 8-7. I will admit. I don't think that anyone's admitting that now. Like, looking back at the video, of course, that was the score. But like in one of the races that I was talking about during stream, and it happened too, was Ohm lagging. Like, I will say that Ohm was lagging the entire time. Like, when you look at his channel, like his entirety of the channel for 3 months was just like his whatchamacallit, his stream is clear, pixel perfect. But when this 1v1 happened, it was just laggy. Like, you couldn't see anything. Like, I was there to see it, right, in like real time. And it's just kind of weird to me. It is weird to me. But shoot, it's just like, shit. How do you well, I don't know. Like, it's like I'm still trying to like think and like recover, because like that was, like I said, hella stressful. Like, that never happened. Like, to me, this is the first time that's ever happened, where like 5 people bombard me about a race or a score or something like that, or the rules not being put into place. Like, universally, when we first did the 1v1 and the rules were made, well, I made the rules. Everyone agreed on those rules. Like, everyone in the community agreed on those rules. Like, everyone agreed on it. And Ohm, and let me pull up the rules. I think Ohm did not do. I don't think Ohm did. I think he did one thing wrong. Maybe a couple things wrong, but one thing wrong was rule number 5. Streams must start in the beginning. Example: the TSR intro must play. And he's done this twice. Where he starts his stream the minute he joins the chat, or the minute he joins the private session. That's when he starts to stream, mind you. So, what is happening before he's in the private session? What's happening before that? I don't know. I really don't know. I'm assuming that he's doing an item box glitch. And in his stream, it doesn't show the item box, but there's potential chance that there could be an item box. Could be. Now, again, I don't know how sure I am on this, but I was just got some insight on it. Did a little bit of digging. It turns out there is a chance you can still use an item box glitch without it showing. There is still like that's still possible. Maybe it's like, oh, and maybe it's like what, 5 games you can use that item box like as a minimum. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how this is like sounding to you guys. I don't know. I don't want to lie to you guys. I really don't. Like this is just like off the dome. So like, it's just, it's just interesting. But yeah, he didn't do streams must start from the beginning. He didn't do that. So I don't know how. But then again, we can look back at the stream, and I know I fucked up on a few things. I fucked up on referees have to avoid being hit. I fucked up on that. I fucked up on that part. And I also fucked up on if a referee interferes, the race doesn't count. I fucked up on that part. Because what I mean by a referee must avoid being hit, meaning like by anything, like boxes, like the cubes, like rockets, that doesn't matter. If the racer's already passed the rocket and it hits me, then that doesn't really affect the race. But like cubes, certain cube placements do affect the race. Because what if I didn't get hit by that cube and Ohm does? Then all of a sudden there's a time shift. You know? There's a difference. Referee has to be party host. Again, interesting. Very, very. I was the party host. I was the party host. But again, I want to kind of touch a little bit more on the lagging end because like this was during stream, and I was looking it up, right? And I went to a post on like Quora. I don't know how efficient this is, but I think this was like 4 years ago, so it was like shit. Okay, this is what I came across. It depends on the officials. Since there are some that are very strict. Oh wait, this is by Radhika P. Gawanan. He was a former referee for esports. Let me point that out there. It depends on the officials. Since there are some that are very strict about these kind of things, like resets the match or straight disqualifies the player who abused it. But there are some who just went, it just happened kind of attitude, and they just don't give a damn about it. In this year alone, I recall 2 events that were having that kind of situation, but the officials just don't care about it. It keeps going. The first one was the World of Warcraft 3 Reforged tournament, where lots of matches need to be restarted due to Blizzard's server broke. Despite one of the players were totally dominating the match. So he says in here that even if a player was in first place, there's still lagging going on. Like it sucks. It sucks to be like, yeah, it's to be like, yeah, I won the race, but I was lagging through half of it. Like he was totally dominating the race. Like that sucks. But at the same time, I pointed that out during stream, like, yo, you're lagging. Like you might want to fix that. And he just didn't. And then Ohm just didn't really care. Like I too also think Ohm didn't respect me as a ref. Like you notice, and I bring this back to the first 1v1 and the 1v1 when Hardy was the ref. Ohm did not care whatsoever. I just thought about this. Like Ohm was like okay with the result, you know? He was okay with the result. But the minute it comes to like me when I'm the ref, that's when he starts going ballistic. And that's when he started just telling everyone that, yo, don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's terrible at the game. Like that's something Ohm likes to say to me all the time, like recently, about how I play the game. You know? And I don't want to make this too much going back and forth with Ohm, because again, that's not why I was here for. I was here to discuss my thoughts after the 1v1. Like just how I thought about it. And it makes sense why he doesn't respect me because, again, I've been the one for the past week and a half that has, one, covered the beef, and two, has been pointing out what he's done or the amount of bullshit that he spews. Which, again, it's just messed up. It's very messed up. Again, I don't know how this is like coming out. I don't know how this is coming out. I don't know how you guys feel about it. I really don't know. Because, like, again, this is just my thoughts. This is just me spewing off the dome. I have to reiterate that every time. Like, just thoughts, right? And yeah, let me go back. Let me go back. Lost thought. It's like, yeah, he didn't respect me as a ref. He really didn't. And I thought that was kind of weird. Well, I didn't think it was that weird, but it makes a lot of sense why he decided to speak up, or just speak up rather than like just race, you know? Like it was crazy. But let me, I think, did I read the entire thing? No, I didn't read. I don't think I read the entire thing. And the problem was that they were actually affecting some players where they needed to restart the match despite they're on a huge lead. They're winning the match. So people had to restart their games essentially for and despite being in a lead. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. And Radica P shows another example. He writes, another one is when EA's FIFA 2020 online tournament where one of the matches were glitched out so bad it was hilarious. What makes the matters worse, the tournament officials were doubling down on their broken game, saying they only follows what the game says, despite it being an obvious glitch. Now, again, I'm gonna just backtrack on like my claims of, okay, he's using an item box. I don't think Ohm at this time, it's like you can't prove that he was using an item box. You really can't, unless like you really like did a deep dive into the streams. Again, this is like the day after, so I don't think I watched Ohm's 1v1 entirely. Just the parts when he was like glitching. Like the first time in Frozen Volcano, I think it was like Frozen Volcano. I'm gonna look it up. Despite it being like Frozen Volcano. Let me look it up. Let me make sure I'm right on this. Yeah, no, Frozen Junkyard. Yeah, Frozen Junkyard. Despite it being that. And one on Sand Valley. Yeah, that Sand Valley clip. I still have that Sand Valley clip from when it happened. Like when he was like going like back and forth, kind of going forward, kind of going backwards. Like to me, I can see that being a problem. Like I can see like how you can't hit essentially a lagging like someone who's lagging. Like I've had that same situation go on in one of my videos. I know one of my recent Team Sonic Racing videos, or my last Team Sonic Racing video, Nightshide was doing the same thing, but again, he told me that his servers over at Brazil were kind of like sketchy. It was kind of like a sketchy server. But the thing that gets me is that Ohm, like again, like I said back in the beginning, like yo, Ohm never lags. Like he never lags, not in his streams, not in his videos. Like he doesn't lag at all. And it's just very interesting to me how this 1v1 he's lagging all of a sudden, or lagging profusely. Like, I find that very interesting. Now again, I don't know if this is contradictory to what I said earlier with Ohm winning the match, because yes, it was 8-7. Like that was a hard fought match. It really was. But there are some things that were kind of sketchy about it, you know? Like, I saw that were kind of sketchy. Again, make of this as you will. And another thing that I noticed about this 1v1 was the minute after, like, it was 8-7, Ohm just cuts it off right there. Like, Ohm just cuts it off. No, like again, I sent a message. I think Ohm sent me a message way before the 1v1 that it was up to 10. Like, he sent me a message saying that. Actually, I could pull it up right now. Actually, shit, I could pull it up. Again, I didn't respond to it. But shit. Let me pull it up. It's gonna take like 5 seconds. 2, 3. Here you go. I told him, like, before the 1v1 started, are you good to go? Because I'm about to get on and be the ref. I won't intentionally try to mess up the races. Where are you at? We are waiting for you. Ohm says, okay, wait. Up to 10. I reply, I'm inviting you. Ohm says again, okay, up till 10, okay? So, not only are we not following the best to 7 GPs, he's not even following his own rule of going up to 10. Why is that? Why is that? You know? Like, I found that kind of weird. Like, why did you all of a sudden want to tie it or take a 1-game lead, then all of a sudden quit? To be like, yeah, that's it. I won the game. That's all. Because I could probably tell you why, but it's gonna sound like a little arrogant from my part. It's gonna sound like assholeish. Is that a word? Fuck it, it's gonna be a word today. Assholeish. I would think that he would stop at that point is so he could be like, yeah, I won the game. That's it. It's over. Don't, like, we don't gotta do this no more. Like, I'm better than you. Hot. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, for me, that mindset of wanting to stop after you're, like, winning, like, does denying someone the chance of coming back, even though it was a 1-game lead, I kind of find that to be childish in a way. I find that to be very childish because, again, you're denying that person a chance to come back when it's a close game. Like, I can only imagine how Miami feels after that happening. Like, after just having that chance of you coming back robbed. Like, I can only imagine how that feels, because that's very messed up. Like, it just is, you know. But again, we decided to roll with it, and yeah, that was the result. Like, hey, Ohm won the 1v1. Fair enough. He did win the 1v1. I'm not gonna knock it. I'm not gonna judge twice about it. There were some things I did want to talk about, which I did. I wanted to discuss that there was something going on. Something was up, but I'm not too sure. And if anyone made it this far, again, just to say, like, again, these are just my thoughts. My thoughts on the situation. And you can pick apart as you would. You can. There's probably some things I said that sounds completely out the picture, or I was 100% right on a lot of the things that were going on. Like, still, like, yesterday, with that being in mind, like, it was just weird to me. Like, maybe this is just like me being rattled at the fact that I was getting bombarded by 5 people. Like, hey, 5 separate people were telling me that I was wrong and that the score was wrong. And I will admit, I was wrong on the score initially. I was wrong on the score. But I did get it right. I did eventually get it right. But it was after the fact that when I got it right, everything just stopped. Like, we just didn't keep going afterwards, which was just like, what the hell? But I guess, I guess, man. But it's okay. It's all right. It's all good. It's okay. I'm not mad. I'm not completely mad at Ohm for disrespecting me, because that's essentially what it was. He did disrespect me as a coach, not as a coach, as a ref. He did disrespect me as a ref, because when Hardew was the ref, he didn't say anything to him. But when I was the ref, he had just a lot to say to me, like just a lot, you know. And this could be a slight jab, but if you were doing this with the allegations, maybe people would believe you. This is a slight jab. I'm not gonna lie, because that was kind of infuriating. That was messed up, very messed up. But it's all right. We're gonna have another 1v1. It's decided. There's going to be another 1v1, and who knows? I might be the ref again. I might be the ref again, or it might be Hardew. Either way, either or. And there's going to be 2 new rules to the 1v1. There's going to be 2 new rules. Now, here are the 2 new rules. Everyone has to be online for the race to count. Meaning that everyone in the session, right? Everyone in the session, they have to appear online. Like, everyone in the session, including the ref, including Ohm, including Miami, like including anyone who wants to 1v1. You have to be online, no matter what. Because a thing I've noticed is with the item box glitch, you have to tab out the game and then come back in order for the item box glitch to work. So you have to be online so that that doesn't happen. So you don't tab out and do the item box glitch. And another rule that's going to be added is if the person is item box glitching, you have 5 races. You have 5 warm-up races. So the 5 races that you play, they will not count, because that's how long the item box usually lasts. Like, you only get like 5 charges. Like, that's how it is. That's how item box glitch works. But yeah, this really, I really didn't expect for all this to happen. Like, all the backlash, all of really just the past like 4 days of just just going off the rails, talking to me like I'm crazy, that I don't know what I'm talking about because I don't play the game as much. That's not what he said. I just want to clarify, that is not what he said. But again, that's what I think. Like, because I'm like, oh, I'm just new here. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, so I just need to shut up. Like that type of thing. That I'm not, the top of the top, which is a very stupid argument, mind you. Like, just because you're not at the top, you don't know what you're talking about. But again, I've been invested into this whole situation. I've seen the 1v1s. I've talked to both party members. And there's a clear difference between who's winning. Very clear difference. But again, I'm rambling. I'm just rambling. But I do want to end this video off on this. The best players usually never talk about themselves. Like, notice in everyone in the community, just notice this. If I'm wrong on everything, on absolutely everything, like this entire saga and everything, if I'm wrong on all of it, just know that whenever Ohm is winning, he usually likes to talk about himself. Like, the greats never talk about themselves. Like, never. They never say that, oh, I'm the best. I'm better. I'm the best player in the world, or I'm doing a lot. Like, they never do that. They never brag about themselves. It's normally when people know when there's a player that's just significantly better than everyone else. They just know. Like, the thing about Miami is that what I've noticed in the community is that people already acknowledge the fact that Miami's the best player in TSR. One of the best players in TSR, mind you, because there's Dry. And shoot, you can tell that Dry or Velo, like he's the best player in TSR. Like when I was first coming back, when I was coming into the community, people were talking about Velo, and I was just like, yo, who's Velo? And people were just like, yo, Velo, he's like really fast. He's really good at this game. Like there are things that he's done that like you wouldn't believe. And yeah, now I'm just like, damn. Yeah, he is very good because I did see him play one time, a couple times. I did see him play a couple times. And yeah, he is who he is said to be. He is the best player in TSR like that I've ever seen. Like from speed to rocket pressure. That's what I like to call like when you have rockets. Rocket pressure to just like everything that embodies Team Sonic Racing. Like he is the best. And Ohm would like to be like that one day. But again, I don't think he's ever going to get to that point if he continues to talk about himself. Because the greats never talk about themselves. People talk about them. And other peers talk about them. So yeah, if I'm wrong, just remember that from me. But yeah, that's the end of the video. I just wanted to just put my thoughts out there on what I thought about the 1v1, how things turned out. Again, Ohm won that game. I will say that he did win. I don't want to discredit his wins. But maybe throughout the video it was like, oh, I'm contradicting what I'm saying. Like I don't want that to be the case. I just wanted to put my thoughts out there, you know, like I normally do. But yeah, I don't think this war is gonna end anytime soon, at least until Miami gets unbanned. So for the next 2 months, it's just gonna be me going back and forth with Ohm. What the fuck? No way. It's gonna be 2 months of this? Fuck. 2 months of this? Like, mind you guys, Ohm unfriended me yesterday. Like that's kind of odd, you know? Like just little things like that. It's kind of like, yeah, what the fuck? I guess. Like Ohm did unfriend me. Like if you see in my like PS5, or you see my chat or my friends, my bad, my friends list. You'll see that yeah, Ohm's not on my friends list because he unfriended me, mind you. But yeah, other than that, I might have another video coming soon. It might be about Ohm. It might be about something else. I don't know at this point. I really don't know. But yeah, until next time, guys. Stay chilling. Right, cool. Ooh. Got 3 people watching. I appreciate y'all really for sticking with me from 0 to what time is it now? Almost 30 minutes. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. I really do. Yeah. All right, I gotta go. And yeah, goodbye.